Okay, so hopefully I'm not massively miscalculating about how to spend the rest of my day, but I think I'll just make that other scented soap and then chill out until lockdown. How much do I need to poop? A little bit. I don't even know if I'm going to pursue that guy's particular thing. It just feels nice to help him with his problem. Where's the fucking soap? Okay. You think it'd be in the other category with like the other nice, like similar, like scented and like pretty objects, but it's just like next to like the torn sheets. What does brushing your teeth do again? You've got clean teeth. What'd that do? Oh, charisma +1. Gasp. You know what, maybe I'll just do this then. Charisma 10! So it's not that hard to reach 10 charisma, you just need to actually remember how the game works. Which is admittedly a challenge, because there's 500 mechanics. Hi, Chris. Hey, have you thought it through? You want to team up? I'm still not sure. Haha, you're so shy, but I understand your concern. You're afraid you'll hold me back, aren't you? Hold you back? I'm overflowing with charisma. I just don't want to team up with someone I don't know. Then what's all this reputation meter mean if you're saying I don't know you? This is a strange system sometimes. That's understandable. Let me tell you some more about myself. He tells you a story. It feels like you've just watched a movie. Is that the reason why he's become like this? A handsome lynx who, unlike other ferocious animals, exudes an air of refinement and sophistication. He had invited you to team up with him to gain control of the prison by seducing the staff and other inmates. You declined his offer, but may still change your mind. Chris grew up in an orphanage. One summer, the Wanderlust Theater Company came to perform in the city, and Chris was asked to join them because of his good looks. Another boy, Jack the Leopard, who was 2 years older than him, was also chosen. When he first joined, Chris was constantly bullied by the other members because of his quiet and reclusive nature, but Jack would always help him. Gradually, Chris developed something of a dependence on Jack, as well as some other, more intense feelings. The pair would always have a few beers and talk nonsense after a show. Sometimes Chris would lean on Jack and listen to him play the harmonica out of tune. Time flew by and the boys had grown up. One day the company's leader announced that he was retiring, and that his daughter Annie's fiancé would take over. Just as Chris was wondering what kind of jerk could marry the owner's little girl, Jack came out of the stage and took Annie's hand. Feeling betrayed, Chris confronted Jack in private, but Jack told him that he and Annie had been in love for a long time, and that his relationship with Chris was just a misunderstanding. Maybe you're right, said Chris. After all, Jack had never made his views on their relationship clear, and friendship and love can sometimes be difficult to distinguish. So, early the next morning, Chris packed his bags and left the company, leaving all his memories behind. After leaving the company, Chris became a completely different person. Losing Jack inflicted a deep emotional wound that manifested as depraved behavior. He began to use his appearance as a weapon, and his feelings as a tool. Sometimes he would cheat on naive young women, and sometimes he would hook up with the nasty old perverts. This was how he spent many years, until one day he saw a Wanderlust poster in a store window. They were back in the city. Perhaps due to a deep sense of longing inside him, Chris bought a ticket and went to the show. During the intermission, he went backstage. It felt both so familiar and strangely unfamiliar. He hoped to catch a glimpse of Jack, even if only from afar, but what he saw in the office shook him to his core. Through the gap in the doorway, he saw a now overweight Jack roughly taking a fresh-faced young actor over his desk. So much for just a misunderstanding. In that instant, he knew the man he so idolized was nothing more than a lying scumbag. Overcome with rage, Chris picked up a prop sword and burst into the office. Oh. Damn. Were you trying to kill him? No, although he'd probably prefer it if I did. Why do you say that? I gave him a little surgical procedure. Oh. Ouch. I don't know if they're implying that prop sword go up asshole or if he hit him in the face and fucked up his face as an actor or something. Huh. Rose Thorn. You can use Rose Thorn when fighting. You can also do charisma practice in the mirror of your cell. I don't know what that means functionally, but there's your charisma dialogue options or skill options. That's expensive. It's unhelpful that the game doesn't tell you what Rose Thorn is, so you don't even know what you're accomplishing then. Oh, I guess I'm not giving the thing to the skunk. It's late now. Do I have things to put away? Organize my mess of an inventory. Jeez. Okay. So I've got my gloves on. At this point I really should just rest until... No. Has lockdown already started? Okay, wait till after lockdown. When's lockdown? I'll just rest for half an hour. Okay, I guess that's it. I sure hope my dummy doesn't get found out. I don't know how likely that it is. Ah. Thankfully this doesn't cost me time, but I forgot my rope. Because I don't remember. Cloth. I don't see a rope. So it must still be there. So never mind. Oh yeah, is this the thing that I opened up upstairs? I remember, check this out. If I want to get up to the roof through the ventilation duct, I have to find a way to turn off the exhaust fan that's on the way. Right. I haven't succeeded at that. Oh, and I think I need the gloves for that too. Hopefully I don't just destroy them right now. So I need the gloves in order to try to rewire upstairs to turn off the power. Try to use that vent. It seems like I should just test all my options to some extent, but, you know. Rusty bearing, so that's -4 points. So if you can... Oh... Back to cell. Someone's probably was yelling this at me before. I literally have an item called Rust Remover. That's the only one. The other ones are glue and disinfectant. Yeah. Okay, let's try this again. Move the toilet. Maybe the 7th time I go into the pipe area today will be the one where I actually do something. Yeah, I have Rust Remover, so I can get rid of the -4, and then the gloves will give me a bonus, and it also gets weaker every time you try it, so it should be doable, honestly. I don't know the exact math, but it seems doable. Use Rust Remover ×10? Never mind, you need 10. I wish the option was already listed. They should have just said this the whole time then to indicate. I think it didn't say it before. It just would have been helpful information. So my 2 attempts have given it 2 points of loosened. And I got 2 points from the gloves. 2 5s is a direct success, which also increases my chances of succeeding. So 2 6s or 2 5s is a direct success, but also gets more doable each time. And I can use insight. First try, okay. That face. Phew, did it, although I almost burst a blood vessel. This is exhausting. Can't believe I immediately got it. Yep, it's definitely the sewer for the whole building. The stench would make a skunk vomit. I better put on a mask before I go in or I'll pass out down there for sure. Okay, well... I immediately succeeded. And my tool tamer skill triggered, so I didn't even lose any durability. Okay. Well, I didn't expect that to happen. Guess I'll go back to the cell and get the lockpicks and try that avenue now, too. Because you gotta poke at all these because you don't know which ones you might actually succeed at, or what... I don't even know, like, which one of these are, like, viable escapes versus things that might, like, lead to this or that tool, or even, like, a way to access different parts of the facility at night, maybe. Not sure what to expect from a lot of this stuff in general. Let's break out these lockpicks, I guess. And give that a go. Focus points +1. I don't really need more mint right now. Oh yeah, I could have had a mushroom to increase my strength. Not that it mattered right now. Right, I need dexterity, so I don't think I can really increase that with any of the items I have access to. This is potentially wasteful and whatnot, and a struggle, but even if it's not my skill, I might as well try to lockpick, because I have lockpicks, and we don't know what the next requirement each time is going to be. It's kind of like playing Blueprints again, when you had that series of doors at near the end, where it was, each time I opened the door, I didn't know what was going to come next, and there's like, oh god, a new problem, and then you had to go back and try to figure out how to solve that problem. It's like, you might as well work every problem in parallel, because you don't know how doable the next step is going to be each time. So you should be working on all of them. 6%. So I basically have like a no chance of succeeding. I believe the entirety of the 6% is that I have 3% from 2 6s and 3% from 2 5s. So this blessing doubled my chance of succeeding, but otherwise I'm fucked. But I do have 4 lockpicks and 6 focus points, so it's unlikely to work, but we can try. And we get, ooh, successful failure, agility experience 2 plus 24. Yeah, at the time I was like, I don't really, at the time I was talking about how I don't really fail at tests, so it didn't feel like the most useful ability. But this is a good example of why it's good to have, is because now I'm grinding at skills that I specifically suck at. Yeah. So I get experience for losing, which is nice. So this is paying off in its own way, I suppose. No. 2 2s is not what we're looking for. Way more complicated than any anti-theft lock. That's all I had. My two lockpicks. So you get agility experience, but it is expensive to spend an entire lockpick every time. We get 2 attempts at it, but still not amazing. Alright, so I need to figure out how to get a mask, because I have successfully opened the manhole thing. Retrieve the rope. Should probably try to retrieve the rope as consistently as possible, because it's just good to have access to the rope in case I need it for somewhere else. Like when I'm trying to poke at potential escapes on the roof. And violation, so it has to be hid normally. Small iron plate's not very high violation. It's mostly just the rope. I don't usually actually keep stuff around that's going to get me in that much trouble. Might as well cookie. I lost clean teeth, but that's fine. We're done with that. Let's finally poopy. There we go. Alright. Doing alright. I think it is now time to sleep till morning. It feels a little early, because I usually get a lot of reputation, I usually recover a lot. That's maybe right? Yeah, I have enough durability to ride again, I think. Beth and Maggie. Oof. I feel so bad that I don't always remember their names. I think it's Maggie. Yep. But I forgot this is a 4-parter, so I'm not going to be able to make it that far into my writing process here. So I think my thing has... Let's see. Yeah, penciled has no bonus. Bookworm. I have a lot of intelligence. That helps. It's a bummer that charisma doesn't help at all, because I have so much charisma right now. But yeah, my pencil has 5 durability, and I already used up 4 of it, because that's probably because it took 4 attempts to make it through 1. I haven't talked to her on the phone since sending the last love letter. I should talk to her before writing another one. Yes, I did. Weird. But I'm not necessarily going to work on Beth, I don't think. So I think I'm going to leave it as that. Because I can't write the whole thing anyway. I might as well just save the pencil. Okay, let's go to bed. Hide the dummy. Sleep. I don't need sleeping pills because I sleep just fine. But I guess that's what would have been the downside is if I was the war reporter, as I might need sleeping pills to overcome my nightmares and everything. Overall, being the Ponzi, like, charisma journalist hasn't been that bad. Negatives to, like, negative effects to showering and opening garbage just aren't that punishing. I've basically forgotten that those were even modifiers. Entering dream. Huh. It looks like there's something sparkling up ahead. It's a gold coin? Dream attack. High chance of success. Pillow, salvation from Andy, blessing. There's lots of bonuses here. And it's a charisma test, so I have +9. Or I could roll like garbage. There we go. It has the symbol of the Father of the Forest. Could this be his reward for my generous donation? Oh, oh merciful Father of the Forest, please hear my prayer. Do I get a second bonus? I think the other one's still active. For the reduced stamina. Sleep a little longer. So far it's mostly useless to wake up before head count. As far as I can tell, it seems to always be worth sleeping a little more for a little more charisma experience. I had a dream about the Father of the Forest last night. I have been pretty pious lately. I hope it brings me blessings. I've been like super pious lately. I went to church once a week ago and then once yesterday. I gave them like $30, so I'm like super spiritual. Let's see, I think I'm ready to get this one. So now I've got Charmer. Now people super like me, and I can also specifically access merch merch. I guess merch isn't merchandise, yeah. I can get items much earlier from certain characters, which should be helpful. What's my new blessing? Virtue, diligence, reduce stamina, charity. Every $10 or more you put in the donation box adds extra mind. So you can donate to heal your brain. Saving, withdrawable, and 0. Okay, so my savings can be withdrawn, but I'm now waiting longer to make them like me. My goal is basically to get Black Claw Gang up to 70 points, I think, before I withdraw my money. I think when I withdraw, it gives me 30. So I need to make up 7 more rep. Probably by getting ranks with people, or maybe it'll be an additional bonus for doing the lending in the first place. But that does mean that I'm held off from finishing this reputation thing for 3 more days still. So this is it's gonna be relatively late in the game, it feels like, by the time I finally join one of the organizations. Okay, so my goal during the day, maybe check out the roof for escape methods, but overall I want to go make coffee, put the sleeping pill in the coffee to then investigate upstairs and see what I can learn about what's upstairs. And then I want to go do the mailing room and see what I can gain access to in the back room today, which just seems to be like its own process if you're trying to make progress at opening up that shitty back of the area. Let's see. And grab the scented soap. There's so many miscellaneous items just mixed in here. It's like I can give the scented soap to the skunk. Attention. Right, shut your mouths. The head count's about to start. 1, 2, 3. It's 47. It's 47. All inmates are present and accounted for. Today is my lucky day. A 4-leaf clover is growing in the pot on my desk. So, any shit you're planning to pull today is doomed to fail. Don't say I didn't warn you. Now, today's announcement. Because of the recent increase in the variety of lunch dishes on offer, the cooks have been complaining to me about insufficient staff. So, starting from today, we'll be recruiting more inmates to work in the kitchen. Inmates will be required to work under the supervision of guards and the cooks. So, just so you know, there are cameras all over the cooking room. Any stealing of ingredients or utensils will result in the immediate revocation of your work permit. How much does it pay? I'd kill for some fish. The kitchen sounds pretty fly. I like the sound of that. Oh, I like the sound of that. It's the bear, of course. If you want to work, see me later. We can get a job in the kitchen. This is the thing that really keeps you on your toes and makes things kind of interesting, is that there really is a daily announcement. Like, for all 21 days, some kind of new mechanic or thing is introduced that you might deem irrelevant to your playthrough, or you might try to incorporate all of them, or at the very least you're gonna like think about it and check them out. Maybe not eventually, but maybe not immediately, but at some point. Work in the kitchen sounds like a great way to make some extra cash on the side. At this point I have access to so many jobs, it is a question of whether or not I want any more of them. Let's see, it's a new day, so it's worth checking to see if there's new quests from the factions. French on the Tiger. Enter the kitchen cellar. Prisoner, cook, artist, spy. Tinker, tailor, soldier, spy. That's the reference. I had to rewatch that. I feel like I just like zoned out when I tried to watch it. The one with Bill Nye. Bill Nye? The one that's not the science guy, but the British guy, who was a vampire once. That is narrowed down. The kitchen is finally recruiting workers, which is good news for me. The cash cow has been held by the Bigfoot gang and Black Claw gang for too long, and I've made an unsuccessful attempt to get a piece of the pie. So now I need someone who can get a job in the kitchen to go to the mysterious kitchen cellar. Even the guys in those two gangs have rarely been down there. When you have gathered enough information, do a drawing of the cellar and give it to me. I'll gladly pay for such a rarity. That's interesting. I'm gonna accept that one. The drawing has to include every corner of the cellar. I need to know what's in there. It's pretty simple. You ain't gonna screw it up, are you? Like, obviously I'm gonna try to get a job at the kitchen just to see what it's like. And then I might as well investigate the cellar because it might be related to attempts to escaping? Anything that gives you access to new rooms and locations in the game all feels like it might be an important step in that way. Let's see. Quests. I still at 3 out of 6 for the days of the of that. Weekly essentials. Hey! It's finally time for my weekly essentials. Which isn't that much of a thing, but whatever. It's free. Get some free stuff. Convert focus points into mind. It's a way to cash them out, I guess. Let's see. I don't know if I want Rose Thorn is the problem. Because, like, the current poster is fine if I want Rose Thorn, but if Rose Thorn isn't very helpful, I maybe want to gain access to all these intelligence abilities. Definitely feels like it. Let's see. I could check where the posters are in here. Oh, right now I probably can't afford it. Let's just focus on probably doing my jobs. Because I have a few hours for that. Work the kitchen costs 40. Yeah, that's the downside of spending stuff, is that new things show up here that you can spend your stuff on. And you get blindsided by the cost for that. You can increase the space of your cupboard again for 40. Get another phone call for 30. I'm probably not going to befriend these freaks. Although there's no time limits on these quests, I guess. Oh yeah, there isn't. Oh no, there sometimes is. Yeah, Teddy, Lynn, and Gray is a due today quest, whereas this trio actually doesn't have a time limit, so I should just accept that. Be smart. Don't let them know what you're doing. Actually, that might be a bad idea to do that, because, job done? Good. I guess that makes you freak number 4. Oh. Oh, I didn't have to reach 10 rep with them, I just had to befriend them at all. Wait. Undercover informant. Join the Sharp Tooth Gang, option 1, or option 2, convince Bob the Black Panther to go undercover for Bruce. Ooh. I don't know if he wants to do that. I thought I had to do the hard work of going all in. Is it just the normal level of befriending them? Wait, I'm sorry. Can I cash in the quest for befriending the tiger? Have I been wrong about this the whole time? Because I thought I had to actually succeed at a challenge, and it actually was just spend a focus point on them. Let's do today. Accept quest. What if he's not interested in your gang war? If that's the case, at least I'll know he won't come and spoil my fun. Okay, I'll give it a try. What? I can't turn it in. Was I wrong? Okay, what did the quest say? Am I dumb? It says befriend, and I have not raised those people's reputation up higher. I've just done the normal befriend button with them. And like, I've befriended him. I don't understand. Why don't I get... Is there like a communication problem here in the game, or am I missing something? I don't... Huh. So all I have to do is... I think all I have to do is befriend Teddy. Unless this is a different befriend. Because I got the cult quest done. It's movies. Stellar Wars. It's a Star Wars. I don't know what to do about the camera. Well, if there's a mask in this game, maybe you can wear a mask to hide your identity? I've already been here. Whoops. Like, maybe you can use a mask to hide your identity. And then you can steal without people identifying who you are. Even though, being furries, we have like a full body level of identification. Like, you can really tell who we are. Hey, Sugar Cube. Oh, I was just thinking about you. So now... Yeah, it only costs 34 for the punk sunglasses. So close to all that charisma. I don't even know how badly I want it necessarily. It's just the bonus being there. The sandals. I don't want those. Don't really have anything to give. It'd be frustrating if they write it like that, but they sometimes mean one kind of befriend and then sometimes mean the other kind of befriend, and don't specify which is which. 5 painkillers? No. No. See, this says bond with Max the Badger and bond with Raphael the Mandrill. So specifically reach a point where you can be bonded to these characters. So they do specifically use different language for bond versus befriend. So what's going on, game? Because it says befriend, so shouldn't I have it turned in already? Because I have befriended that character. Oh, right. I want to try calling my friend in the morning today. I think that's how this works. I am spending so much money. 64580 64580 64580. Reed's Law Firm, your reliable litigation specialist. Reed's currently out of the office. If you're calling about a civil case, please provide a brief description. If you're calling about a criminal case, please call back later. Hi, Selena, it's me, Thomas. Thomas! Reed isn't back yet, but I'll tell him you called. Thanks, Selena. Don't mention it. It's the least I can do. Hope it all goes well for you in there. Bye. Bye, Selena. Oh, it's just a waste of time. Damn it. So I was wrong about the idea that he's available in the mornings and not in the evenings. How do you know when to call Reed? It costs $10 every time. That's brutal. That dick better just visit me. There's Lynn. But I cannot even try to befriend Max until I'm a certain reputation level. And I'm wrong about where Teddy is. Ted's not even here. I guess I can try this. Now to find the circuit breaker that controls that controls that exhaust fan. I press these ones. How the fuck do I know? The voltage detector is already yellow. Closing more breakers will trigger an alarm. Are you for real? It's just 4 unlabeled things. I just have to guess one of them. I think I just have to guess one of them and leave. And then tonight I find out if it worked or not. And you could lose 4 days to that process, maybe. The patience of prison storylines. I don't know if it's over here or not, but if it is, like, I don't think we have the chance to observe. There's an asphalt truck parked downstairs. Looks like I'll have to use the bucket to pull the asphalt up one at a time. It's so far, I hope I don't spill too much. Think of a way to get to the other side? The hoist. Could it be used for something other than pulling up asphalt? The bucket, the spindle, and the rope? The rope? Maybe I can use this and... the other chimney? Like, lasso it? Let me think. The rope is so thick. Yarg! Phew, and the brackets are strong enough to support my weight. If I could throw a loop around the chimney on the stairwell roof, I should be able to make a temporary zip line. It's a strength check. Oh god. Well, the primary thing I was trying to use non-slip gloves for is gone. So I might as well use it here, I guess. 30 minutes? Wait, no, I didn't mean to click on that. Oh, fuck. I accidentally started working. Pulling up the asphalt bucket will put your balance to the test. The asphalt bucket will sway from side to side during its ascent. You need to pull when the center of gravity is stable to avoid spilling any. The higher your agility, the wider the range of stability you can control. Successfully controlling the balance successive times will increase the pulling speed, but reduce the width of the stability range. The more buckets you pull, the more sore your hands will get. This will make the center of gravity move faster. So basically I just have to hit the thing, but they framed it confusingly. %. %. Oh, god damn it. The pausing is throwing me off. Damn it. Did I make it? And... Alright. That's a bit of a struggle. How much do you get paid for 2 buckets? Trash. It's a bad job. I meant to lasso. I just lost so much time. I'd stick out like a sore thumb playing rodeo games on the roof during the day. The guards in the watchtower will see me for sure. If I can come here at night, the darkness should provide cover. Okay, so if I get here at night, I can try to do the lasso thing. I just lost all that time from misclicking a quest I can't even do. Go to the roof at night. Befriend John the Tiger. Raise John's report until he's willing to talk about his past. God damn it. So that's the issue. It tells you the quest is for befriending John the Tiger, but then after you accept it, it fucking replaces it with a secret objective, which is raises rapport, which means getting it to 100. Damn it! I don't want to get punished for failing this quest. That sucks. It's one thing for a story mission to have a series of developing objectives. That makes sense. But when you get a mission from an NPC to do something for a reward, then the objective should really just say the correct thing the first time. That objective should not be able to update like that. That's rough. It's like, that's not what I agreed to. It's a murky thing where it's like the text of the quest description probably technically indicates that outcome. It's just that it's frustrating because like I interpret the quest I interpret the objectives as being a summary of the quest functionally. It's like, okay, here's what you're actually supposed to do to succeed the quest. So to then fail the quest because they were essentially dishonest about the objective, that's just rough. That's just kind of rough by comparison. Do I do mail sorting first or the coffee? Let's do mail maybe. I hope I haven't forgotten what I needed to do in order to be better at this today. Oh, hello. Turtle guy's here. Hello, young man. Hi, William. Can you tell me what this place used to be like? Young man, this prison is 200 years old. It is said to have been used to hold enemy prisoners during the war. But then they all died because of a strange infectious disease. That's terrible. Did you see all those things for yourself? No, I read it online from Kiwipedia. I don't like mixing those two website names together. I feel like that may have not been intentional, but oh god. Those are two very different websites. Waffles and matches and things. Okay, so a bit of rep with William, just as a surprise. Oh, there's a cockroach over here. I was like, wasn't sure how often they're going to show up. So the blessing increases my chance slightly. Oh, got it. Got it. Aha, you squashed it good. Slowly increasing his reputation. We've already got enough for the thing I was trying to do, but maybe there's more reason to raise his reputation, so I'll keep going at it, because, you know, I'll go at any objective, honestly. I'll just let Thomas do the job for me, because he's better at it than I am. Frustratingly, I'm just really bad at this quest. And that's another 11 rep. His rep actually goes up really quickly from that perspective, so that's good to know.